Well, welcome back.
Happy to see you, Mr. Bernie.
It's good to see you. Let me put my calendar up. There it is. So, are you wearing a sweater today? Is it cold?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
cold on this day.
Yeah. This morning here it was -2. It was very cold this morning. But
It's
now
start,
it's pardon?
it's starting to be winter in
Definitely. Definitely. Is
25,
it
21st of
Yep.
December.
Yep, the 21st of December. Um Raizan, thank you for moving later today. Um my birthday is next week, and today my children took me out to lunch. And
Oh,
so that's why I had to make your lesson a little bit later, was so that we could go out to lunch. My birthday is the 18th, so next week. So, all right, my friend. So tell me about school this week. Was there anything new or anything interesting at school?
um, I don't have anything interesting at school.
Oh,
This,
no. Was it boring?
yeah,
Oh, I'm
you can
sorry.
say it's boring.
Sometimes school is like that. So now I don't know if we talked about this before, but do you play any sports outside of school?
I'm going to gym,
You
actually.
go, okay. And what do you do at the gym?
Um, I'm doing my sports 5 times in a week.
Is there a certain sport that is your favorite at the gym?
No,
Mm,
I like swimming and diving too much.
yeah. You know, when I was your age, now you're in ninth grade, right?
Yeah,
When I was in ninth grade, I was a swimmer. I was on my school swim team. So I did.
we
That
don't
was
have any
many,
swimming team.
yeah. Someday I'll have to show you a picture of when I was a swim team. I was very young. I had a lot of hair back then, and, and I was very skinny, but that was a long time ago. Okay, my friend. Last week when we talked about this word, and I wonder if you can remember this word. And I'll tell you, it was a verb. Do you remember what it meant to wither?
Whether it's uh, we usually use it for flowers.
Hmm.
Uh, if flowers are uh, given too much water, they withers, and if somebody get too much tired, we say withered.
Right, right, right. And I like the way you said that because it's usually a plant word, but sometimes we use it with people. Um, Maybe after you've been at the gym for a long time, when you get home, you feel withered,
Correct.
right? Especially if you also had a long day at school. So that would be wither. Okay, and let's turn to our word for today, and let's see if you know at least one meaning of this word. So, can you pronounce that word for me?
Provide. Is it secretary?
Secretary?
A type of secretary?
Okay, there is a word that is a kind of person, and we'll talk about that in a second. But this is pronounced private, private,
Private.
private. And you'll notice, what sound does the letter E make?
And T.
Right, there is no E sound, is there?
Yeah,
And Rezan, I think you already know that in English, many, many, many times when E is the last letter, it is silent,
correct.
right? And so look here in the word adjective, silent E, are, silent E, one, silent E. That happens many times. Now look what it says about private. Your private thoughts or feelings are ones that you do not talk about to other people. If you have something and you don't want to talk about it, that is private,
I understand.
right? So sometimes you feel sad about something and you don't want to talk about it. You might say, I don't want to talk about it. It's private.
I understand.
Okay. Okay. So Would you read the sentence in green? Read what that says.
Don't keep her test marks private.
Do you feel that way when you get grades at school, that you don't want to tell the other people in your class? Like
Yeah,
when you get a test? Yeah.
it's marks.
Yes. Okay. So I'm going to write keep to yourself, not tell others. That would be private. Rizan, when I was a teacher, now this is not a test, but when I had a test and I gave it back, I always did this. And then I gave it to the student.
I understand.
Because it's their private grade, and that way they can take it and open it and see how they did. I like to keep the grades private. Okay. Now, I don't know if this is true in the army in Turkey, but in the United States, when a soldier joins the army and is brand new and is right at the bottom of the army, you're called a private.
Oh.
Okay. Now, Rizan, I was never in the army. Was your dad in the army when he was young? Do you know?
I don't know.
Okay.
I think he is.
Yeah.
No,
My
maybe he isn't.
dad was in the army, and he joined the army after he graduated from high school, and he was called a private. He was way down at the bottom, and corporals, generals, everything, they're way up on top, but he was way down at the bottom. You're a private. So I have a feeling if you were to join the army in Turkey after high school, that you would be a private. Okay.
I understand.
Okay,
Okay.
very good. All right. We started a couple of weeks ago that every week I'm going to ask you a question. And this part is just to work on your spoken English, to be able to hear something and just talk about it. Okay?
I understand.
So my question today, I'm sure since the time you were a little boy, you saw movies. Okay?
Correct.
Can you tell me what is one movie that you especially like? Maybe a movie that you like so much you've seen it several times. Can you think of a movie you really, really liked?
I watched Harry Potter several times.
All right. Which is your now, how many are there? 6 Harry Potter movies, I think?
As I remember, it's 8.
8. Okay, 8. Which one was your favorite?
The 8th one, the last one.
That movie is terrific, isn't it?
Yeah.
What did you like the most about that movie?
I don't know. It's looking interesting for me. The magics.
Yeah, yeah. One thing I liked about that 8th movie was that was when you finally understood who Snape is.
Yeah.
Right? That he was secretly helping Harry the whole time, and that he was not really evil.
Correct.
Right? Because in some of the movies you kept wondering, is he good? Is he evil? Is he good? Is he evil?
It's correct.
So tell me one part of that movie that you especially liked.
I know that the man that you say is Dice.
Yes, Snape.
Snape. He is
Yeah,
Dice
yeah,
in a one part.
yes, yes. Those are great movies. I watched those recently I watched all 8 of them again. I think they're very, very good. Okay, let me tell you one movie that I really enjoy. Have you ever seen this movie? I'll put it in the chat. The Martian.
1 minute. I must see it. I don't remember that I see it, but
If you like space, Rezan, you should see that movie sometime.
yeah, I have seen it.
Yeah. I thought that movie was very interesting because astronaut Mark got left on Mars, and he had to live there for 2 years all by himself and learn how to live. I thought that was a really good movie. I really liked that. So Because you like space, right? You like space movies and things.
And as I remember, I watch it at the course that I go.
You went on a cruise?
Yeah. No, not cruise. The course.
Course.
English course.
Ah, the course. Okay, the course. Okay, very good. Very good. Maybe sometime we could watch it together. I think that's such a good
Maybe.
movie. Really enjoy it. Really, really like it. All right, my friend. Last week we started learning some new words, okay? And we worked on pronouncing them. So here are the words that we were working on. Now, I want to ask you, can you say these words out loud? Or would you like me to say them and then you say them? What would you like?
I can say them.
Pardon?
I can say them.
All right, go right ahead.
Batch, Nick, Rove, Elite, Let, Dove, Flink, Shrek, Yes, Gosh, Stuff, Notch, Jot, Damp, Tent, Scan, Guess, Cut, Talk, Stamp, Love, Sense.
Very good. Very good. You did a great job with that. Now, I'm going to highlight a few of the words. Those first 5 words, which of those words is a bird?
Dove, as I
Dove.
remember.
Very good. Very good. Which one of these words has to do with a number?
And the tent.
The 10th, right. Which of these words means strong or difficult to break?
Batch. No.
Okay. Tough. Tough.
Tough.
Tough. Yeah. Tough. Like, see my water bottle? This water bottle is made out of metal. It's very tough.
I understand.
Very strong. If it were glass, that would not be tough, but this is tough. This is strong. Okay. Which one of these words means looking at something?
Nick, Flink, Gosh, Scan, Stamp. Scan.
Right, scan. Like I'm sitting here. If I see a noise, I'm scanning out the window. Oh, I don't see anything. Scan to look at something.
I understand.
Okay. All right. What are you doing right now?
I'm guessing.
You were guessing, right? You were guessing. Very good. Oh, and what did you and I just do?
I'm laugh.
We laughed. That's right. Okay. You know what? Part of learning is being able to laugh. When you make a mistake, you might as well laugh. It's part of being fun. Okay. And you did a great job with this because this word is lead. Like here, I'm going to go first. I will lead, you follow. But it's also led. And led is a kind of, do you know what lead is?
No, I have never learned about.
Lead is a metal. Have you done this? Have you done this in science class? PB?
PV, no.
Yeah. Maybe that's in higher science, like when you get into 11th and 12th grade. That's the symbol for lead. Okay. Looking at those 5 words, which one of those words means a little bit wet? Just a little bit.
Damp.
Damp. Which one of these words is a kind of bed, but it's a very small bed that you can fold up?
Sense.
Cot. Okay. When I say cot, it's see these are cots. It's kind of a bed, but they're small.
Oh, I remember them.
Yeah. Like some people use cots like this when they go camping. Okay.
Okay.
See this little boy?
Yeah.
Kindergartens and preschools in the United States have cots like that where the boys and girls take a nap. After lunch, they take it. Now, you're in high school, you don't have a cot for a nap, okay? But sometimes when children are real little, they would have a cot like that. Okay, let's go back. So there are the 20 words. One of these words means to throw something. Is it fling or is it scan?
Fling or scan. Scan.
Is it fling or is it
It's
scan?
fling.
Right. Fling means to throw something. So if I'm going to give you this marker, here, catch. Fling. Okay. Number
Okay.
7. You already know number 7.
The bird, dove.
Dove. Right. Okay. Oh, and you know number 2.
Damp.
Damp. Right. Do you know which word means a small cut?
Small cuts. What sense? Is it sense?
It is nick. A nick is a small cut. Rezan, I don't know if you're old enough, but when you shave, ooh, I got a little nick.
I understand.
When you shave. Now, you know this Nick is a boy's name. Okay?
Oh, I understand.
Right. And it comes from the name Nicholas. Okay? So, but that's a boy's name. That is a different thing. All right, let's try 2 more and then we'll go on. Okay. Oh, you know that one. Which one is the small bed?
Sense.
Try again. I just showed you the picture. It's a bed that you can fold up.
Sorry, cot.
Cot. Right. It is a cot. And the last one for today, confuse. Confuse.
Confuse. Tough.
Okay. This is a hard one. Stump. Stump. Rezan, I don't know the answer. I am stumped. You see? It means you just don't know. Okay. Now, a stump is 2 things. Let me show you these 2 things. Stump sometimes means I'm confused. I don't know. Rezan, if you said something to me in Turkish, I would say, I don't understand. I'm stumped. Okay.
Understand.
And if I spoke to you in Spanish, I think you would be stumped, right?
Correct.
You just don't understand. Stump is also this. Do you see this?
Yeah.
What did that used to be? That used to be
Learning age of trees.
it was a tree, right? That used to be a tree, but they cut the tree down and the part that's still there is called a stump.
I understand.
That is the stump of a tree. Very good. All right, my friend. We have been reading a little bit about Robin Hood. And in the story of Robin Hood, remember that last time Robin did something that got him in a lot of trouble. What happened to Robin that got him in a lot of trouble?
He hits the king's deer and a soldier of the king's.
Right. So he killed one of the king's deer, and that was bad. But then he also killed one of the king's soldiers. Okay. And that was even more bad. So now he's in more trouble than ever. Rezan, an hour. They have been trying to hit each other for an hour. Okay. Now, do you understand when it says, Rezan, can you see this? Can you hear it?
Brushed. I didn't hear it, but as I think it's brushed. Isn't
Okay.
it?
Bruised. Okay. Watch. Let me show you something about bruised. Now, you see this on Robin's face?
Yeah.
He is bruised. The stranger has hit him. And do you see this on John's arm here?
Yeah.
And on his forehead? He is bruised. Rezan, they have been fighting for an hour. That's amazing.
Correct.
Okay. Now, do you understand? The man's name is John Little, and they call him Little John.
I
Now,
understand.
what is funny about him being Little John?
The man's surname is became his name, and his main name is become his surname.
Right.
Surname.
And do you understand? It's funny to call him Little John because is he little?
No, he's huge.
He's exactly. He's huge. He's very, very big. And yet they call him Little John. Okay. Which is funny because, oh, and do you know what that's called? Do you know this word? That's called irony.
Irony.
Now let me put that in Turkish. Is this have you learned about this in school? Alay?
Yeah, alay.
Alay. Okay. It's kind of like it's true, but it's strange.
I understand.
It's a strange truth. Okay. Did you notice that in the spelling words, we looked at the word damp, which means a little wet. But when Robin fell into the stream, he was not damp. He was
Wet.
Did you see what I put in the chat? Look at the chat.
Soaking.
Soaking, right. And soaking is the opposite of damp. Damp is just a little wet. Soaking is very, very wet. Okay?
Okay.
So if you go swimming in the ocean, you are soaking. All right? But
All right.
so Robin was soaking because he fell in the water. What is split?
I don't know.
Okay. Split is when you divide something into two pieces. So look, if I take this little piece of paper, I split it.
Cut someone two pieces.
Right. Now, what was split in this story? What's split in this story?
The arrow.
Right. An arrow split an arrow. That was kind of strange. Okay. All right. So now Robin Hood has a new best friend. Little John is his new best friend. And he is a best friend, but he also calls him this. Just a second, I'll type it. Right hand man. Can you think what that means?
The man that must help him too much.
Right, that would help him very much.
Too much from it.
Rezan, do you have a best friend who is your right-hand man?
Yeah.
That you trust very much, and this person is your very best friend? That would be a right-hand man.
I understand.
Okay. All right. Well, Rezan, we still have a minute and a half, and you said that school this week was very boring, but I know you really like science class. What are you doing in science right now?
Actually, we didn't do any experiments. Only once we have seen an experiment, and we learned how to take oxygen from water. It's all.
And what is that called? I used to know. Is that electrolysis? I can't remember what that's called.
Yeah,
Yeah.
electrolysis.
Okay, very good. How to take oxygen out of water. I know also if you you do that and you light a match and it's burning and you blow it out and then you put it near it, it comes back into light. It lights again because of the oxygen.
Correct.
Rezan, you did a terrific job. Now, will I be seeing you every Friday? Will the Friday class always be you?
I think so.
Okay.
But you know, my brother is not too good in English, so
Okay.
I can speak with you twice.
Okay.
Once
Right.
to